Everyone, we're Team 1 from Studio Tower, and we'll discuss our research on sustainable clothes behavior. As the economy grows, our buying behavior changes. One good example is the way we buy clothes. We purchase due on our physical and psychological needs, occasions. Nowadays, according to the internet developments, a new type of fashion provider shows up, which is called clothing rental service. Well, however, as clothing rental service become more and more popular, can this be a more sustainable solution of the addressing of negative environmental impact of fashion industry as a whole? Will people consider it as their standard source of clothing instead of buying?
Our first step designing our questionnaire was to discuss and evaluate the growth of the fashion industry and its effects on corporate social responsibility. We also researched the state of the clothing rental industry and the possibility of the service to. Our research questionnaire focused on young professionals as they are more likely to have the need of purchase new clothes caused by their jobs, their lifestyles, and in addition to this, they are more likely to have a buying power. In designing the questionnaire, we started by understanding our demographics. We have included questions such as gender, age, ethnicity, and civil status. We also decided to acquire their educational level and professional background. After getting this information, we proceeded in creating questions that revolve around clothing rental services. This will help us understand if they have any idea or experience on renting clothes and if they are willing to use this as a standard source of clothing.
I'm going to explain you about our sample profile. So this is our profile summary of our sample. About gender, we have 58% of male and 42% of female. And age, we have average 30 years old. And occupation, 92% of them are students. And the level of interest in fashion among our profile sample is 3.4 for the use rental service. 50% of them said yes, they're gonna use it, and 50% of them said no, they are not gonna use it.
So what are our main findings? Well, we discovered that only 50% of our interviewees and our sample would be willing to rent clothes. The main strengths or considerations to doing it would be wearing more outfits without the need of buying them, saving money. The other element which was considered as a strength for this project was the efficiency of space at homes. Finally, the main concerns discovered were, on the first place, hygiene elements, followed by price or expenses in the long term, considering that in the long term people would be paying more for renting clothes than actually buying them, and finally the quality of the clothes they receive when they rent it. The renting of the clothes would mainly depend on TPO elements such as time, place, and occasion. Finally, we discovered that conservative people would not be willing to rent clothes.